and I'm currently the school director at Smart Beginners Preschool, one of the schools that belongs to Education First. But before I became a director, I was an assistant director at Bricol International Academy. I worked hand to hand with Nikki. And before that, I was a teacher also at Bricol International Academy. So before I start talking about my topic, which is the educator's role in the process of creating a culture of thinking, I really want to connect all what I'm saying today with my own personal experience. So I started this journey as a teacher. It's amazing. I don't know if you're going to believe it or not, but since I was a little girl, I still remember being in my classroom and putting all my stuffed animals in front of me and just playing the game of me being a teacher and asking them questions, and I was just creating a game about me being a teacher. So my passion about teaching started since I was a girl. So I decided to become a teacher. So I went to the university and I finished my bachelor's in early childhood education. After I finished, during the process that I was going to the university, I was working at the same time. So I started working as a real teacher, not as a game, when I was 17 years old. And it was amazing to start my journey as a teacher so young. Once I came here to the United States, I stopped for a while. I was working in another field. And one day I thought that I was ready. I was missing so much this part of me, because it's a part of me. It's my heart. Education is my heart. So I was like, I need to go back. So we have to move, and finally I got here in Miami, and I started looking for a job. And in that process, I was looking around, and I found that Bricol International Academy was hiring. And the first thing that I did was going online and trying to search what is Bricol International Academy, and I saw that it was connected with a company called Education First. So I started reading more, and I was getting very excited. So I was already, I had a lot of excitement once I arrived into my interview. So I don't want to make this story long, because it's a long story. But a couple weeks after I started working at Bricol, I was assigned to be the lead teacher for the 2-year-old classroom. I saw Gilberto at a kickoff event. We have this event every year with all the now 6 schools from Education First. And he was explaining about the brain, and he was explaining about BESS. And I remember so much that day, because that day was the beginning of my new beginning. I don't know if that has sense, but for me it does. So I remember so much, and it was 3 years ago, but today I can remember that moment as it was yesterday. I remember coming home and telling my husband, do you know what? Something happened today. Something happened that I know that is gonna change not only the way that I'm teaching, but it's gonna change the way that I'm living. And that's how my journey started with BESS. And I based my experience, and based on my experiences, I came out with this presentation. So first, what is a culture? So I found this definition that I like it. It's a complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of society. So then, what is a culture of thinking, and how can I promote it? So a culture of thinking is a learning environment where thinking is valued, is visible, and is actively promoted. But how can I do that then? So I came up with 3 ideas. One is understanding my role as a learner, understanding my role as a facilitator, and promoting that culture of thinking through the cultural forces. So my role as a learner. The first thing that I learned that day was that I learned that I'm a learner. For so many years, I was teaching my students in that traditional way. I was always telling them what to do. And believe me, for so many years, I was asking myself, is this the right way of teaching? Is this how I'm supposed to do it? Am I really doing the right thing with them? I'm completing their expectation and my expectation. And for so many times, I didn't have the answers. And so I had in my mind so many pieces flying around from a puzzle that I was not able to put together. And that day, when I was learning about the meaning of best and why best should be not only a new way of teaching, but a new way of you living. It was like all the little pieces of my puzzle that were flying for so many years were getting together, and I was able to get the whole picture of how education is supposed to be. So, so for me, that was the first step. So if you want to create a culture of thinking in your classroom, if you want to be part of that culture of thinking, you need to start believing, or you need to start to be ready and say, I am a learner. So if you're open to that, then you know that you need to go beyond the paradigms, that you need to go, you need to get rid of the bars and be open to try something new. So that was my first thing, to know and to understand that I'm a learner and that I'm going to try something that I've never tried before, but I believe that it's going to work.